Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bonkekook here, aka your lonely achievement god, coming at you with another video for the good life. Again, not a video detailing an achievement specifically, but a grinding method for getting deer felt from the red deer. Red deer show up primarily in two locations. I could be wrong about this. Maybe there are other locations throughout the map, but the two locations that I remember seeing them in are the Dirkshaw Forest, which is locked behind story route C, so you do have to complete the story, or at least that route, to get access to that location, and up in the Snowy Mountain here, which I believe is unlocked in story route B. Either way, basically you need to complete the story to be able to farm out the deer. The Dirkshaw Forest has 2 or 3 spawns of deer, and so we won't be touching the Dirkshaw Forest. As with the badgers and foxes, if you watched my other grinding video, during the day, if you do come across a fox or a badger, there's only going to be one of them. At night, they show up in packs of 4. So if you go to the Dirkshaw Forest at night, or during the day, you're only going to see 2, maybe 3 deer. If you go at night, you'll see 8 or 12. I can't remember exactly how many groups spawn in the Dirkshaw Forest. However, if you go up to the Snowy Mountains, and this is something I didn't pick up on right away, I had gone to the Snowy Mountains, and this tree area right here had like 16 or 20 deer. And I was ecstatic. I was like, wow, there's so many deer. And without realizing it, I would go back during the day and be disappointed, because there were only 4 or 5 deer when I was going back in the day. I didn't realize that they were considered a predator that would attack you when you attacked them, and would spawn with 4 in a pack at night in the same spawn location. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be waiting till night. We're going to fly or teleport to the old mine shrine there, and there are going to be about 20 deer here. There's going to be about 8 more over here, and there's going to be 2 or 3 more groups of deer just along this area of the mountain where the trees are, basically. And if you have time left over and you want to run around to the Dirkshaw Forest, I don't think you're going to have time to do that, but on the off chance you did, you could run down there. Or if you're focused entirely on doing deer, they don't respawn for a day, so you have to wait 2 days to be able to kill all of them again. So you could do, you know, the Snowy Mountain your first night, and then go to the Dirkshaw Forest your second night if you wanted to do that. But I won't be showing footage of going to the Dirkshaw Forest. My focus is going to be on killing the red deer in the Snowy Mountains. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go get Bruno to stop stuffing his face and make us some food. Just like the badger and fox video, if you have the mushroom pasta, purchase it. It is a reward from completing Bruno's first side quest. You have to go find some mushrooms. I believe the quest tells you where the mushrooms are, and then you have to starve yourself, and once you are starving, he will allow you to eat the dish, and then it becomes available on the menu. It gives you a massive boost to your stamina, and it also regens your stamina faster as well. So it is worth grabbing, but it's not completely necessary. The 2 things that are necessary are the turkey curry here, which gives you a large attack boost, and then another dish that I probably mispronounce regularly, the crab gratin under the pasta tab. And that gives you a large defense boost. Unlike with the foxes and badgers, the deer can still do damage to you with the defense boost. If you watched that other video, we actually stopped taking damage from the foxes and badgers because the defense boost was so high that the attack output wasn't breaking our defensive numbers. So we kept getting hit but not taking any damage. That is not the case for the deer. The deer will hit you for probably half a bar if you get hit, so you do need to be cautious of how you take damage here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning into a dog, and we're going to be kind of bobbing and weaving in and out, trying to take one deer at a time. If you try to take more than one deer at a time, you may get overwhelmed and get killed. That's probably going to happen at some point. I don't recommend wasting any first aid kits or anything on trying to keep yourself alive. It's not that big of a deal. If you die, you die. And you just lose your money. So if you do have a lot of money, feel free to deposit it before you do this. But again, not really that big of a concern. I think he takes a percent when you die and not a set amount though. So if you do have more than like $2,000, you might want to deposit your money if you're afraid you're going to die. But we're just going to sit here and wait for a bit. Got another hour until it gets dark and all of the deer will start spawning. So the other thing you have to keep in mind is you want to try to hit the deer in the head. If you hit them in the head, it will stagger them and allow you to run away. If you hit them in the feet, it doesn't stagger them and they will usually get a free hit on you. The combat isn't great in this game, so you're probably going to think you hit them in the head and it won't stagger them and you'll get hit. It's going to happen. I wouldn't worry about it too much. There's just not really anything you can do about it. Combat was not the primary focus when they designed this game, so we'll go ahead and teleport up. Again, you have to have gone through at least part of storyline B to get the old mine shrine and the mountain unlocked. I think if you do get to this point too quickly, you can get on the mountain, but it's a blizzard, so you can't see anything. So I recommend just waiting to do this until you complete the story B path. So it's nighttime. We're going to go ahead and run over into the trees, and you're going to see a ton of deer. Again, they are in packs of 4, so try to just run up and hit one. And now we're going to try to kind of dodge and weave, bob and weave, get them to attack us so we can run forward. And then those final 2 hits you can get at the same time. If you're brave, you can try to hit 3 at a time, like I'm doing here. And see how I looked like I had hit them in the head, but it didn't stun them, and now we're taking a lot of hits. And that's what you have to be careful of when you do this. Doing a very good job of an object lesson of what not to do, but this is what you want to do, one at a time, trying to hit them in the head so that they get knocked back and can't hit you right away, and then you can run away and hit them again. And so there are those deer there. There are going to be 4 more here and 4 more at the bottom of the hill. There's also 4 badgers over that way if you want to attempt to take on them. And I believe there are 4 deer over here too. And so you can kind of see the location where all of these deer are. There are a ton, about 20 just up in this tree area. There's not a whole lot on the west side of the mountain. There may be one group of foxes or deer over there, but most of the deer... There's a group of foxes there. We're going to run toward the bear over here. But we won't aggro the bear. We'll just let him be. Oh, crap. Forgot it's one of the nights that everyone turns into animals, so we'll skip that cutscene and then run over to this other side here. And there's going to be some more deer somewhere over this direction. I thought they were closer to the pond, but I guess I was wrong. There they are. So we got another group of deer here, and there will be another one in the background. It looks like there's about 3 groups of deer over this direction. So that puts us up to... like 8 groups of deer, which is 32 deer. There's also I know there's a couple more down here. At least 1 or 2 more groups. There's 1. And there's 2. So there are about 40 deer in one night that if you can get good at, bobbing and weaving around, that you can get 40 attempts at dropping deer felt in a single night. And then what you would do is just, what I did is I just run to the shrine down at the bottom of the hill here instead of running all the way back up the hill. And if you really want to, you can attempt to teleport to the Dirkshaw shrine, but more than likely, trying to kill all 40 of the deer is going to use up the entirety of the night. So, but again, you can try to teleport down to the Dirkshaw forest. There's a shrine way down here, and ride a sheep up into the woods, and there should be 2 groups of deer around this area of the forest. And there you go. That's how I grinded out the deer felt that was needed for crafting. Again, the animals respawn every 2 nights, so it's kind of how do you want to do this? You could do a night of deer, then do a night of badgers and foxes, and then just alternate back and forth. But it's entirely up to you, however you want to do it. If you have any more questions for me, as always, I will do my best to answer them. But if not, I will see you guys next time.